Test. Testing. 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 One, two. Testing. Testing.
Nelson and Ellen will be.
Hi, how are you? Okay.
Oh, you're not muted.
Or, not me.
On here?
Oh.
Testing.
Just from my phone.
I did too, but I still
I
can't.
was into that.
Oh, that one's working.
That was rude, but nobody
Oh.
is gonna be.
Yeah, that
That's
one's
working.
working. This one is not, so that's. Turn on the micro.
Please rise for the pledge and turn on microphones. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America, to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Meeting is called to order. We have an application for 124 Main Street. To erect a sign. Yes, this is over the center portion of the building. This is what the entire building looks like. It's, yeah, it's the one that has Tops by David Adams.
In the middle.
Yeah, in the middle. Yeah, and looking at it on the right side is Bridget on Main, and the left is Tops by David Adams. We had an application for a sign for Tops by David Adams. I don't know what happened to that. I don't recall the whether we approved that or not, but I just walked by and there were no signs, up on this portion of the building. Like,
Yeah, I'm
yeah. The sign meets the size requirements.
So,
Richard, turn your mic.
oh,
Thanks. Thank you.
okay, yeah.
This would be the third sign put on the front of the building, correct?
There are no signs on the front of the building right now.
There are no signs on the building right now.
Yeah, I just walked past it on the way here.
I'm sorry.
I just walked past it on the way here.
Oh, okay.
There are window signs.
What,
We got a note from Ellen, who couldn't be here.
is the,
And if I could just continue. She says, I do have one concern about the mini mart. They have put decals in the windows already, covering a portion. May only be 25% of the window space, but it should be checked. So Nick, if you would check that out, I'll give it to you.
Yeah.
Oh, well, I'm sorry.
it's okay.
Okay.
So, the building, I'm thinking that is it allow more than 40 square feet on the front of the building? Do we have the width of the building? See, my concern is somebody wants to, well, this, they're on the right or the left and they want signage, and then it's going to be too much signage on the front of the building. If they rent it to somebody on the right and somebody on the left, and they say, well, we would like it signed. And as well on the front, wall sign on the front. And then now it's the owner here is signing the application.
Yeah. Well, this portion, according to the application,
Right.
is 23 feet 8 inches. And the sign is 12.5 square feet.
So the sign is 12.5 square feet.
Yeah, it's 15 inches by 120 inches.
Okay, well, that would be less than a third of the authorized 40 square feet.
Yes.
So then there should be a problem if the people on either side we want 12.5 square feet too. then it's 36, 37 and a half square feet, and that's all I'm concerned about, getting into something where we're gonna have to say, no, you can't have it because this third sign runs over the maximum 40 square feet, because I don't think the building is wide enough to have more than 40 square feet, correct?
I don't know the full,
Um,
full size. But you may be correct.
Let me take the side here. Trying to figure. Is that it? Oh, here it is, okay. Oh, yeah, frontage is up to 80 feet, they have 40 square feet, this is probably under 80 feet, this frontage, okay, so. So what would be the concerns, or is that?
I don't have any concerns about this application.
I don't have, it doesn't look like this is anything that's stretching the regulations whatsoever.
Kathy?
Is this gonna be permanent? Is this a mini mart that's here?
Do we know?
And the only reason I ask is, doesn't Bridget's on Main move out?
No, Richard's there. There's a hairdresser.
They moved back. It's a clothing store,
Yeah, Bridget, yeah.
but I think she moves all her stuff into the back and then they do signings like this weekend. So is this going to be a permanent business, or
I don't know.
would that matter?
I don't think so.
No. What is presented seems to be well within the rule regulations, and so I'll make a motion to approve the sign.
Second.
Okay, all in favor?
Uh,
It's unanimous.
What I am seeing regarding signs are around the village, people are putting temporary signs between the sidewalk and the street, and in a number of places, there's that are, not permitted, basically. So there's like stop the pipeline at the corner of Elm and Susquehanna, which is between the sidewalk and the street. That's just one example. And so
I've seen,
things are slowly, because, unwinding in a way. I mean, I don't know what
Nick, if you ride around and see legal signs, you can remove them and
Yeah, I'll drive around.
they're store them in that room over there.
They're within, within the sidewalk and the property.
Yeah, on the, no, on the.
the street between the curb and the sidewalk.
Oh, okay.
And there's also, I mean, I've seen probably 4 or 5 in the last month or so. I've even moved one that was a charitable, sign, but that doesn't make any difference. Even if you're a charity, you can't put it right next to the curb, you know?
Hmm.
So, anyway, I was clutter.
Assume that you've received the email that I sent to the Board of Trustees. Would like our opinion concerning the temporary use permit. Limitation
Oh, I see. I was. It's not a 7 day that you need a 7 days notice. It's 7 days with only, you can only do it with 7 days within a single calendar year.
yes,
And this calendar year always begins in January.
I don't know if they. I don't know how they can consider a calendar year. It might be from the date of the application to a year hence. Or it might be during the calendar.
You know, you understand what I'm saying,
Yeah,
you know, it's like okay, but, what is who's concerned about this, or should we?
Well, Bassett. It's set forth in Cindy's email that I've sent you. Bassett asked for a special permit to have food trucks in the parking lot of Beaver for employees, appreciation events. The trustees considered the request. They wanted 10 days, and granted 7 days because that's a limitation in the statute. But the trustees are asking us to give our opinion on whether the 7 days should be changed or not. 7 is obviously an arbitrary number.
Yeah.
You know, if
Oh, I see, description.
we think that the trustees should have flexibility to add additional days, you know, I'd want to put a limitation on that and some kind of qualification on who could have those permits. So,
Well, is there anything in here that it be waived? The trustees could waive this?
no, that's.
That's the problem?
That's, I guess, part of their request to us for our opinion.
Oh,
My thought initially, and we could discuss this, is that a nonprofit or organization is a sponsor. The trustees can allow up to an additional 7 days for a total of 14 per calendar year. But again,
that
that's just another
sounds
arbitrary number.
reasonable. That sounds reasonable, and I think. What the biggest usage, special permitted usage would be yard sale probably, wouldn't it? At this point,
Yes, probably.
so. And that usually is on a weekend, a couple of days, so at 3 a year, it seems to be plenty for, you know, but. I mean, if in a single person, if you said, oh, you could have. A lot, there would be some people probably who would, you know, sell the stuff on their lawn. They take it up to the maximum, you know, I mean, that'd be, if they could do it, they do it. But so I think 7 is appropriate for the regular person who wants to do a yard sale a couple times a year.
Mhm.
But I think there has, for the case of a nonprofit, it might be appropriate to allow more time, as you suggested, twice as much time, maybe four, I mean, that would be my view. Because they might want a longer duration of time than just a 2-3 days weekend. They might want something during the week, like Bassett, not be confined to doing a 2-day or maybe like a 5-day event in the spring and a 5-day event in the fall, you know what I mean? It could be.
So when they say events, it can be more than one day. It's not just a 1 day.
10 events
Request.
between August.
So like you're saying, an event can be 5 days. Is that,
Yeah, well, yard sales are like 2 days, or I think it's maximum is 3 days, is it not? I think the yard sale somewhere in here is a 3-day maximum. I read it somewhere in here, but
then down here, it says 7 days per calendar year, so I thought an event was 1 day. But I'm not sure.
10 events between
August 26th and 2027. But it allows for 7 days per
per calendar.
calendar year, so I mean, moving it to 10 wouldn't, in my
10.
opinion, wouldn't be a problem. But if you're suggesting that it could be a 5-day event, that's what I'm.
Yeah, well, yeah, yeah. So this is the Bassett
This
email.
is the letter that Cindy.
Okay. Food trucks and.
So to me, it looks like it's just, they want 10 days in that year period.
Mhm.
Is that? So it wouldn't be an extended amount of time, just a 1 day,
Yeah, but it would be 10 separate days,
10 separate days.
at different times of the year.
What is the correct number of days or events that a use can occur and still be temporary? Okay, so you raised something. There are two things that need to be both event. I mean, having 10 events, one a month, or but how many days cumulative? There are two variables that we're confronted with, correct? So we do have to limit the number of events, which could be more than 1 day, but then say so many events per year, but not to exceed so many days. Would that be what we have to?
10 days.
So you're saying not to exceed 10 days is what you would say, but would it be? But see, they want to do 10 events.
Right,
Bassett, right?
but it looks like 7 days per calendar year. So the law currently allows 7 days. Only
Per calendar
days.
year, yeah.
So they just want to change it to 10. See if that's.
Well,
I was thinking the board, the trustees will write whatever they want.
yeah.
I would recommend just adding an additional sentence to section 300-17.2 B2A. I'll give this to you. For this language, the Board of Trustees may grant a non-profit organization up to 14 days in any calendar year.
Up to 14 days.
In any calendar year.
I'm sorry, the last part's of it. How much during the year for any calendar, for during the calendar year, for up to,
The Board of Trustees may grant a nonprofit organization
right?
up to 14 days in any.
Oh, in any calendar year. Okay. That, is there any, but. And that could be 14 separate events of one day, right?
14,
And it's 14 days in any calendar year. They could have 14 events, like one a month and maybe a couple of months, two in the same month.
correct.
See what I mean?
Yes,
Do we want to say no more than 12 a year and something?
12, I mean, it's just an arbitrary number.
Yeah, but it's a nonprofit. I don't think anybody else is going to do this other than Bassett. I mean, and we don't want to make life difficult for one of our, major industries in the town.
Mhm.
I,
Yeah, my thinking was 7 days currently in the statute is an arbitrary number.
exactly.
So I thought of another arbitrary, just double it, and that's how I came up with.
Okay,
14.
that's fine. That's fine.
Mm.
Yeah. And again, the thing is where they're doing them is really over on their campus, right?
It says it's all Beaver.
Well, Beaver
Just as
goes
you're-
right in.
As you're coming in, they usually park in that little. I'm not familiar with the building names, but as you're going to Beaver, it's on the right-hand side before you get to the Hannaford House.
It's, in that lot,
They
and vacant
park
lot
in
there?
That's where I've seen them.
Well,
Oh, yeah,
But
but
that doesn't mean that that's
Yeah,
where
no, but
their
I
is
think-
going to be.
that's totally the trustees' discretion as to where they would allow it.
yeah, but I guess the point I was trying to make is when they're doing things over there, nobody else in the village knows it's going on. So is it a real problem? See what I mean? It's the only people could be disturbed were people going to and from Bassett. I mean and so why should we be concerned about disruptions on quiet private streets and things like this that neighbors might be getting upset at whatever's going on, traffic and et cetera. Congestion, traffic, that's all around Bassett 24/7 anyway. So this is fine and I don't think any of the other nonprofits are going to do it. So I think what you said is go for it. Your recommendation. It's not going to have any impact on anything.
Okay. So. I'll just make a motion that the planning board, in response to the trustees' request, suggest that the statute section 300-17.2 B2A have an additional sentence that states the Board of Trustees may grant a nonprofit organization up to 14 days in any calendar year.
Yeah, okay.
Is there a second?
Yep. Oh, I'll let you second. Go ahead. Okay, you second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Thank you. Has everyone had a chance to look at the emails?
Yes.
This is a feeling. Oh, yeah. I move approval of the minutes.
Yeah, the second. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Then move to adjourn at 4:57. Do you have a second?
Oh, I'll second it.
All in
I'll
favor?
second that one. Aye.
Stand adjourned.
Okay.